I have no sound again.
Because nobody's talking.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And thank you for stepping in, Councillor Mazan. Do I have a resolution? Okay, I have a resolution to deal with part of what came out of closed. Moved by Councillor McIntyre, seconded by Councillor Roberts. Be it resolved that the direction considered in council in closed session report CCS-LS-2023-05 on December the 13th, 2023, respecting the negotiation for disposition of surplus lands be confirmed and acted upon. Anybody with any questions? All in favor? That carries. Thank you. I'm good on this one too. Moved by Councillor Kent, seconded by Councillor Edwards. He's here. Be it resolved the direction considered in council in closed session report number CCS. No, don't do that one. All right, sorry. And you're put myself in jail. Try that again. Moved by Councillor Zabit, seconded by Councillor Burry. Be it resolved that the direction considered in council in closed session report number CCS-LS-2023-04 on December the 13th, 2023, respecting settlement conditions be confirmed and acted upon. Questions? All in favor? That carries. Thank you very much. Now, I'm recusing from the next one. I will be in the other room.
Did that to myself. Okay, moved by Councillor Kent, seconded by Councillor Edwards. Be it resolved that the direction considered in council in closed session report number CCS-LS-2023-07 on December 13th, 2023, respecting the acquisition of privately owned lands be confirmed and acted upon. All those in favor? Thank you. That has carried.
Automatic 6, 7, 8. Okay, next resolution, and then I'm going to just take 5 minutes, and it's an indulgence, and I beg your forgiveness. I'm going to take 5 minutes just for a quick year-end thing. Moved by Councillor Nishikawa, seconded by Councillor Bosenworth. Be it resolved that bylaw 2023-132 to confirm the proceedings of council on December 13, 2023 be read a first, second, and third time and finally passed. All in favor? And that carries. Thank you very much. Okay. I always have to have Pepsi when I wake up. So just no, I will be really quick. I promise you. We're at the end of our first full year of this term. And I don't know if it's appropriate or not. Some of this stuff is personal. Some of it is legitimately professional. Just a couple of observations and a couple of comments before we're all, I know we're back here tomorrow, but I don't know if Chair Bosenworth will indulge and give me the floor. So I'll take it now while I can. I can tell you without any hesitation, and I've had a kind of a loopy career to get here. This past 12 months has been, without any hesitation, the most gratifying 12 months of my career. I have never done anything in my life short of perhaps making a family, marriage and fatherhood, that has given me anywhere close to the level of personal gratification that I get from this routine, from this role. I did not expect that. I did not expect that this would be as emotionally gratifying as it has proved to be. A large part of that psychic income, a large part of that gratification comes from the people around this table. And I'm going to tell you, it comes most especially from the rest of the people that work in this township and spend time basically pushing hard with passion to get stuff done that's important to our constituents. I've learned more in the last 12 months than I've ever learned in any period of my life. Quite frankly, I think I might have learned more in the last 12 months than I did in the previous 60 years. 50, what am I, 51? No, 60 some odd years. And I've learned a lot about people and the dynamics of teams. You know, this is a really odd scenario. There's no boss here. We are individually our own boss. We are guided and managed according to tradition and according to rules of conduct and according to bylaws that, frankly, we have the power to deal with pretty much our own. If we don't, if we don't want to work that way, we'll do something different. But we work extremely hard and very, very well, again, in pursuit of the goals that we've set for ourselves to try to do the right thing for this township. I kind of had a little rough idea of how I wanted to approach this year. And so what I want to tell you is that one of the first things that I came in here to try to identify was, can we make this a truly high performance team? Is there the makings of a high performance team? And the happy news is I'm absolutely convinced there is. And I think we've moved the needle a long way in that direction. We have a long way to go, but the fun is in getting there. I don't think it would be any fun if we came in here all perfectly ready to do everything perfectly well. You know, when you look at a team of people that really individually, everyone here has to be a leader and has to exhibit leadership traits. I'm looking at things like passion, and I'm looking for things like curiosity and accountability, transparency, strategic thinking. Empathy in this role is probably more important than just about anything. Understanding the needs of the people who asked us to sit here and represent them to the best of our abilities. Integrity is where it stops with me. There has to be integrity. Stability, predictability is important. I think we are moving the needle a long way in that direction. As far as accomplishments are concerned, you know, if I had to pick three, I think the budget we passed today ranks right up there with a body of work, you know, the conclusion of a long, hard piece of work that ran contrary to the easy path. That was not, and we have not taken an easy step. And I've heard that from other mayors in the district who, quite frankly, some think we're nuts. Some think we're trailblazers that will make their lives easier. I've heard it all. All I know is that we weren't really trying to make any political point. We were trying to steward the resources of this township to the best of our abilities and in the best interests of our taxpayers, of our constituents. So the budget was truly important. I think it is the right way to manage the finances. I'm not going to call out individual people. I will mention something about staff in a minute, but everybody who I contacted, who I worked with on that from our staff, just stood up and did the right thing. And I truly appreciate that. I think the official plan the culmination of a long piece of work that long preceded our arrival here, not our arrival here, but certainly our arrival in this term, was really a milestone. We all campaigned on the belief that the environment is the first and foremost. And I think we stuck to our guns against a storm in reverse, blowing us backwards, and we got what we absolutely know is necessary for our township. We aren't done. There will be pushback. There requires a signature from a cabinet minister. There requires, a review and a possible appeal from people affected by it who may choose to see things differently. But I can tell you personally, and I'm on behalf of this council, we're not going to walk away lightly. We will stick to our guns and we will fight for the stuff we believe we are here to do. I think the third thing, and this is going to come off as a little bit odd, the third proudest accomplishment, quite frankly, is the work we've done to advance the governance in our organization. And I'm talking specifically and generally. Specifically, I couldn't be prouder of the work that the three chairs, myself included, have done at the end of every meeting in analyzing how well or how poorly we did, and in a very often brutally frank way, suggesting there might be a better way. I've learned infinite amounts from that engagement, and I have seen great progress. And that's really, frankly, the beginning. We'll never get perfect, I hope, but we'll always strive for it. And we are not going to walk away from that either. I quite enjoy those encounters, and I quite enjoy watching us get better as chairs. I think that in that we've developed a much better approach to guiding these meetings. I mean, the chair's role really is confined to what happens in these four walls once a month. I think we've gotten better. Again, there's probably much more work to do, and I'm going to talk to you in a minute about the work I still think is outstanding. But those three, the budget, the OP, and our efforts to step up on governance are paramount, are really our highlights for me. I got my pages in order. There was one more thing I wanted to say, and I do not want to miss it. I'll get to it. All right. So I owe a tremendous amount of thanks, and I think the constituents of this township owe a tremendous amount of thanks. And I'm going to call out first to our staff. You talk about a high performance team. You talk about people coming together around common goals and issues with different backgrounds, different experiences, open lines of communication, transparency, a willingness to learn, a willingness to hold themselves accountable to their stuff. It's not only a sign of a great team, but it's a great and well-led team. And frankly, it's a great and well-led team of teams. Each department is a team unto itself. And I think each department is extremely well led, and together, under the leadership of our CAO, it performs. And it's funny, I was thinking about how I would explain our behavior as a council, and I would only promise our staff, to the extent that they are within earshot, we will get better. I know this was our first year and we're banging around, hitting around the edges and not doing everything perfectly well. The goal is to do much better. And the goal, quite frankly, is in no small part going to be modeled after the effort and the passion and the determination that our staff shows. Thank you so much for making us look much better coming right out of the chute than perhaps we were behaving. So that I thank you for. And for my fellow councillors, I got to tell you, if there's proof that the democratic system works well, I can tell you our electorate was quite wise. We have been blessed. I've been blessed as the head of council, but we've all been blessed with a tremendous amount of experience and background, a willingness to step up and make decisions, a willingness to sometimes take opposite positions, and hopefully a lot of times take opposite positions. If everybody comes in here determined to find unanimity, we won't get the right answer all the time. It's in the debate. It's in the acquisition of knowledge and understanding. It's in viewing it a problem through different sets of eyes that I get smarter and better and pause to think and make hopefully better decisions. But for all of you and for the three who are with me on district council, the gods of acclamation do really well too in terms of bringing the right people to the table. I'm proud to serve a district as well. Again, it's a great learning experience for me. There's a lot of work to do there too, and we're up to it. We'll get it done. So those are my thanks. If I were to leave it on one thought, a couple of things for next year. Next year is the year where I don't know if it's tradition or if we're statutorily bound to revisit strategic goals. I'm not sure whether it is, but it's once every 4 years, and next year is that year. It gives us a chance to come together with the able assistance of some facilitators and take a look at what we identified, we who were here 4 years ago, identified as our goals, and revisit and hopefully check some off the box, check some off the list, and hopefully recalibrate and reset for a new performance, a better performance over the balance of this term and into whoever's in these chairs in the next term. The last one, and this is where I still think we have a tremendous amount of work to do. And this is, I came in here last 12 months ago with the view to look for a high-performing team. Next year, I'm coming in here to look for considerably more respect, not towards me, but considerably more respect around this table and off this table between councillors, respect for staff, respect for each other. I don't even know how to call this out, so I'll describe it. Respect for the actual role that we've been asked to play here. I consider being elected by a pool of voters to represent their interests really unfettered for 4 years to be the highest honor I've ever been given. I take that very seriously. We sit here not looking out for us, each other, or ourselves. We sit here looking out for the body who decided that we were the right people to be on council. I consider that an extraordinary honor. With that honor comes an extraordinary, I think, commitment and an amount of respect. We can't be casual about it. That's why we have rules of procedure. That's why we have one conversation. That's why we address each other as Councillor X, Y, or Z. And that's why we have rules for attendance and rules for participation and engagement and interruption and everything else. And I think that's, as far as head of council is concerned, that's where I'm going to ask everybody to join me in upping the game. I will be probably having a conversation in the near future with a couple of people, encouraging them to help me make that better. We've already had, Derek and I have already had, and Crystal as well, a conversation with the Integrity Commissioner about coming in and I don't know what the word is, reprising the rules of engagement and helping us understand our obligations. But I don't think anybody does, and anybody who's a leader doesn't do anything just because they're told. We're going to do it because we understand the importance of doing it and doing it well. We're going to do it out of respect for each other, out of respect for the process, out of respect for our staff, and probably most importantly, absolutely most importantly, out of respect for those people that have entrusted us with their voice here. So that's the end of what I really have to say. I'm not going to leave it on that note, but I will tell you, it's been an absolute joy. It's been literally the biggest, I don't know if you'd call it a thrill, but it has been just a tremendous lift for me to be engaged with each of you and with all of our staff and to fight the good fight on behalf of people that have asked us to do so. I want to thank you, each and every one of you, for your contributions. I can't wait to get back here next year. Don't tell Val I said that, but I can't wait to make this move forward, ever better. Have the best Christmas or holiday season that you can. Look out for your loved ones, look out for each other. Remember those who don't have what we have and try to look out for them too. and be healthy and be safe. And we'll see you again. Well, I'll be here tomorrow, but we'll actually going to be late tomorrow, but I'll be here at 9:30 tomorrow. And, but again, thank you very much. Best of the season. Merry Christmas. Enjoy the holiday. Thank you. And with that, thank you very much. With that, moved by Councillor Edwards, second by Councillor McIntyre, be it resolved that council adjourn at 6:21. And the next regular meeting of council will be held on Tuesday, January 16th at 1 p.m. from the council chambers, municipal offices in Port Carling, Ontario. All in favor? Thank you very much.